I'm Fortnitebug, and this is my family. We're trying something new. We're doing like reaction stuff.
So,
like we're reacting to TikToks as a family.
Really
See if
good.
people like that.
Staying sober. Bought a car.
Will you show us how you had your hands?
I had him up like this
You tell us why you had your hands up close to your neck.
because I saw what he did to Katie and I was scared he was going to do it to me.
This is 10-year-old Crystal Searles, one of the only living survivors of serial killer Tommy Lynn Sells. In the footage you see here, the killer himself explains in detail what...
Not this. We got kids. What the heck?
Sorry, I'm really sorry.
That's hilarious. He had to start having a seizure. Oh crap. These funny ones are good.
Get the hell out of my
Wait. They really got him.
Like it? If you thought it was a statue and the statue started moving, you would go. I really doubt
Alright, that was a good one.
how much
What do you
gold
guys
is
think?
inside this Metro
that.
piece?
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, what do you think, Story? You like that one?
It's too scary for them.
That was not scary.
See
For
it
them?
phone. If you ever wanted to
For
start your
them,
own
not-
business but
not-
didn't know where to start, you're in the right place. E-waste scrap is huge right now. You can charge
After this one, I'm just gonna type in
per ton
conspiracy and
to
see
pick
what
up
we find.
e-waste. And the
I
good
like
thing
the
about it
conspiracy.
is that this e-waste contains gold that can be recovered for cheap.
That's
So
mine.
there's more profit to be made.
So you just want to keep scrolling? And
Even if you're doing this as a side hustle, there is still ways on getting a bunch of tons of e-waste, and recovering the gold is still very profitable.
You guys gotta let us know
If
in
you
the
only knew
comments
how
what you
much
guys
gold
think of it.
goes into
Like, is it
electronics,
cool? Like,
you
you
yourself
know?
will be tearing apart your electronics and recovering the gold. But if you'd like to know more, all you have to do is hit that plus button to follow me.
This right here is what
No, not this one.
That was Stoner Gump.
Oh.
Can I please have my iPad now? No.
This is the conspiracy. It could hear us. It was listening.
What is?
This is about the Antarctica being the what? Why are they on top of it?
That's scary.
No, it's not scary. Read it out loud, baby, where the people can hear.
Once we reach a certain point, a helicopter takes us to the first ice rink.
And then they drop the people off.
The helicopter guy don't know how to fly. See what they figure and find. Hopefully it's real. Hopefully it's a real one.
Then all the helicopters fall in the water.
Do they?
Yeah.
Whenever they hit the ice ring?
I read
Wow, there is land over there.
I want to know what's going on.
Then they land
Why
on the
aren't we allowed to
snow.
go to Antarctica?
And then they climbed
You know,
up
like,
in the
you know,
mountain.
it's all about
They're hiding stuff from us.
scientists and all that crap.
Can we watch that new My Files on here? Or Y Files?
We'll do that later.
I want to do it right now. All we have to do is go up here and type in YouTube. That's as easy as that. This is what this is.
Switch it. This is another.
Let's watch the new Wi-Fi's. You gonna do that?
He threw a tennis ball at the boy on purpose, but the tennis ball stopped in front of the boy. All three of them were shocked by the scene in front of them. They were all very happy, but they didn't care that the boy's nose was bleeding. A nosebleed is nothing compared to his newly acquired powers. They used their superpower to build blocks and manipulate small rocks to float in the water and control the hairdryer to lift a girl's skirt. After using their superpower so many times, they never had another nosebleed. Mike thinks it's like a human muscle. Through constant exercise, they could get stronger and stronger, so they intended to practice this superpower. They operated shopping carts out of thin air at the supermarket, and they made teddy bears fly to scare the little girl next to them. And then they went to a restaurant. They used their minds to manipulate spoons and move the waiter's cart. After continuous training, they became more and more skillful in using their superpower. They were able to move the car easily with their minds. On the way home, they were so excited that they were dancing, but then a car kept honking behind them. Andrew couldn't stand the noise. He decided to teach him a lesson. The other two men were horrified. They rushed down to help, but with their supernatural powers, they couldn't lift the car out of the water. They could only jump into the river and rescue the people first. After this accident, Mike made a rule. They can't use their powers to hurt living things or to vent their anger. To avoid letting others find out their secret, they also have to avoid using it in public places. Andrew didn't like the rules, but he had to agree to them for the time being. A few days later, Steve discovered a new skill. He used his mind to control himself, to make himself rise up in the air. The two were so excited to see this that they rushed to try to manipulate themselves to fly as well. Andrew concentrated. He actually floated up slowly. After some training, they were able to move freely through the clouds like birds. Suddenly, an airliner whizzed by. Steve was shocked and started to fall fast. Andrew accelerated and saved him. After the two of them returned to the ground, Steve was so happy that he was jumping up and down. He praised Andrew for being the best of the three of them at using his superpowers. But they didn't know. Andrew was often bullied because of his introverted personality. Now that he has superpower, his behavior is slowly changing.
This ain't some real Martha Stewart shit.
Why are you picking at the walls? We should leave that. That's a structural point. Why are you scratching?
I've decided to add some enrichment to my enclosure to make this place truly feel like a home.
Yeah. Get rid of this one.
You don't like it?
Girls who like Hello Kitty are always the most
Yeah, it's boring.
evil, sinister.
Excuse me, mate.
Oh, yeah.
So how much are the sauces for this?
What do you mean, on top or like pots of 50p?
Okay, and what about on top?
So limited, right? If you get these.
Unlimited, did you say? Unlimited sauce on the top? Alright, cool. Let me get sauce on top then, please. Can I get some fire sauce, please, yeah? Actually, you know what? Let me start with the original. Yeah, chop, mate. Yeah, cool. Yeah, squeeze it in properly, yeah? I want to see that.
Hamburger helper? Nope.
Be quick. Alright, cool. Fire next.
Bread.
Yeah, unlimited, you said, yeah? Keep going then, innit? Stop being stingy with it. Alright, cool. Jungle sauce. Jungle sauce, yeah?
Listen, now you're...
No, don't give me attitude. You said it's unlimited.
I did.
So you better stand by what you said. So give me the garlic sauce and keep pushing, mate. Yeah? Don't give me attitude, bro.
There we go,
And stop being stingy with it, bro. Squeeze it properly. Give me enough.
You're not allowed to touch it, man.
Alright, then we'll do it properly then.
There we go.
Good boy. Alright. Zesta.
Okay.
Good boy, bro.
Yeah,
You want zesta?
Do your job, bro. Zesta, bro. Yeah. Nah, don't start punching the table, man. Don't start punching.
I'm gonna launch this with your head.
Is this how you speak to customers?
Story.
Shh, I don't want to hear the word. Sweet curry, go. You said unlimited, so I'm using my unlimited privileges, alright? So give me the sweet curry and hushy mush.
Did I even let you come?
Shh. Just squeeze it like a good little boy. Alright? Next up, I want my sweet chili. What are you doing? I'm not done yet.
No.
Sweet
Stop
chili.
pissing me off.
I'm not done yet, bro. Good boy, yeah, put the sweet chili. Yeah? And you know what I want actually? I want the jam. Yeah, I do want that.
Here, take it and
Good.
I'm going to...
Good little boy. Now give me that. Next time you say unlimited, mean unlimited, alright?
No.
Give me my chips, bro.
No.
Come on, give me your chips then. Now please, come on. Yeah?
Goodbye.
What do you mean?
Oh man, just have it, man. Stop doing my head in, man.
Yeah, good girl, that's what I thought.
I don't like that guy.
We really already know how to cure cancer. That's
the guy that knows
even like a speculative statement.
Lecture.
It's completely true because if you know what
About
cancer
the dimensions?
is, it's something that we get every single day, but our body fights it off. So the only reason it becomes fatal is because most people are not treating their bodies right. They're not eating anything that has nutrition. They're not
there's not a whole lot to eat.
using their bodies, exercising or anything. I think that food is probably the most important part of it. But the thing is that a lot of people don't know what's healthy and what's not. That's the big problem.
Yeah, because mostly everything is.
All girls have tried twerking at least once. Secrets girls will never tell you. The last one will shock all the boys. Girls don't get butterflies in their stomach. Why do girls spend an hour lying in a towel on their bed after showering? Now TikTok knows who has a crush on you. And it's the first person who appears when you click on the arrow, then on more. Girls love to stare at themselves in the mirror for 10 minutes before their shower. Every girl has a nickname for discussing their crush. Girls have thought about using witchcraft to win over their crush. Comment "I hate" and let your keyboard finish the sentence with suggestions.
What the hell?
Girls love to wear their partner's clothes, finding comfort and a sense of closeness in the gesture. A girl finds it super attractive when their guy drives. If you subscribe to me, my profile picture will turn black. When a girl walks past a group of boys, she feels embarrassed and self-conscious. Before this last fact, don't forget to subscribe and like the video to learn something new every day. When a girl is attracted to you, she will be nervous and stressed when she finds herself alone with you.
Yeah, that's true.
Why? That was bullcrap. He just threw her phone in the underneath the train. That was bullcrap. I've been like, you buying me and
you better knock that. That girl has Tourette's. I used to watch these people. Or no, she's deaf. She's deaf. My bad. My bad. She's deaf. She's trying to like.
Is she trying to mimic the sound?
Yes. Yes. I can't think of the word.
That's funny.
I'm playing on my iPad.
You don't like doing this reaction stuff with us, Story?
Why? Hangs out with us like that, you know. And then we'll go downstairs and we can do more things downstairs while we cook dinner or something.
If we do this every day, yeah, people like this kind of stuff.
On today's episode,
Stoner Gump.
Essentially what you're saying
This
is
guy's
you respected
awesome.
me
Mommy,
when I was doing what you thought I should be doing. Which is very, very
clicking the
interesting.
wrong
It's how
thing.
most people act, actually. They only respect you when you're operating inside the confines that they think you should be operating in, and you're wrong. I'm not better than anyone. I've never tried to prove that I'm better than anyone. I'm better looking than most. I have better hair than most. I have better tattoos than most. I've never tried to take the high road. You obviously must be new to my account because I clap back on everybody that talks shit on me. You call it pot shots, I call it retribution. I hate to tell y'all this, but spirituality is not all love and light, beloved. Spirituality is quite literally selfish and dark. It is a journey of self, and exorcising the demons does not mean getting rid of them. You accept your shadow and you exorcise them. If you have a dog and you have to take it outside to exercise, you're gonna get rid of your dog? No, you let that motherfucker run, and I let my demons roar. And you can call it misogyny if you want to, but it's not, because I don't think men are any better than women. I don't hold men in a higher esteem than I hold women. I think both genders are stupid. Both genders squawking about what it is they want from the other. But all each one wants is to use the other one. Men want women for their bodies and for sexual use. Women want men for what men can give them, which is usually material, a place to live, protection. Both parties try to wrap it up in a pretty little bow.
No, not whenever we.
So let me make this abundantly clear to anyone watching this right now. I will never be anything other than my true, authentic self. You talk shit at me, I talk shit back. Plain and simple. If you don't like it, unfollow. Fucking block me. I promise you I'm not gonna lose any sleep. Notice y'all were commenting on my videos. I'm not commenting on yours. Essentially what you're saying is you respect it.
Okay, so I feel like once you've been together for a certain amount of time, it's all this stuff that he was talking about doesn't matter anymore.
It didn't even matter to begin with, though. Because we both, you didn't have nothing. I didn't have nothing. I didn't have, well, yeah, but.
Oh, but mommy, look.
And all I had was only June.
Oh yeah, and look, I colored the fence.
Let's do a couple more then.
This girl got too close to Sam Sulik and forced him to switch machines. Watch his reaction at the end.
And these bitches in the gym anymore.
Mommy, I did this once.
Okay. Oh. Okay. I think hamstrings have been sufficiently stimulated. Let's warm up some leg extensions, but then actually do the first working set of leg extensions. So let me just jump straight to that. And to do any more hard sets than that, whatever that specific peak is,
If this tank was yours, would you choose to repair it?
I checked on it again about half an hour later, and it had separated, where most of it stayed floating. The stuff at the top was slowly falling down though, and over the course of the day, most of it ended up at the bottom. I left it until the next day, until it hit the 48-hour mark, and this was what I had. There was still a bunch of stuff left over, but it didn't at all resemble
We're gonna watch now.
Wait a minute, because I was today years old when I realized that there's human-like figures in the background of backyardigans. Now you might not realize it, but there's a couple of scenes where you'll see in the windows of the houses human-like figures standing in the windows as if they're watching the kids play. Now some theorize that these figures aren't there for nothing. Some theorize that there's a dark backstory to backyardigans. And this story gets so dark that it might.
So there's a specific place where hell is on earth. In the Bible, Jesus said one of my disciples named Antipas would die and be martyred, right? Now, Saint Antipas was martyred and he was killed in, you know that torture bowl? So they put somebody in like a metal bowl and like boil them alive? Yeah, that happened in Geneva, Switzerland. People are saying Geneva, Switzerland is the literal place of hell. It's literally the portal to hell, or that's at least where the devil resides, because that's what it says in the Bible. Now check this out. Do you know what else is in Geneva, Switzerland? What? CERN. Oh. CERN headquarters is in Geneva, Switzerland, and the CERN logo is what? Six, fam. CERN is working on particle generation and messing with matter of the universe to tear our dimension with the supernatural and the natural, fam. Yeah. So what if theory? They're trying to open the portal to hell, bro. So there's, you know the Mars theory?
What do you think of that? Yeah, I think that they got some dark stuff going on over there.
Yeah, I do
There's aliens on Mars? Nah, there's a theory that Mars was the original planet that humans were from. Okay. Then something happened that we all had to fly to another planet and live on. There used to be like civilization that lived on Mars. Now back this, on Mars, there's an element on the periodic table called xenon. Xenon on Earth is only found, this is crazy, is only found after a nuclear explosion. No. Oh shit, that's not even the super mode button.
I said no.
What the hell? And it goes hand in hand now. What if on Mars there was a nuclear warfare, destroyed the whole planet, but people were able to escape just in time, landed on Earth, and they had to restart from nothing.
So we are the aliens.
We're the aliens. What the hell? Yeah. It's real shit. Like, this element's called xenon. It's prominent after nuclear explosion. You know the...
I do think we are the aliens.
Could be. Don't know
really
for sure.
do. Exactly.
We got all of us on here. Our whole family and the kitten.
Oh shit, with that kitten. That thing bothered me all night long last night.
Why did NASA stop exploring the ocean? NASA started exploring the deep sea in 1958, but stopped in 1978. After that, they started working on getting us off the planet. They even detonate a massive explosion in the ocean in 2021. What did they discover down there? What are they so afraid of? What?
I think this is such a good idea what we're doing right now.
We've been talking about wanting to do this for a long time. We just couldn't figure out when the right time to do it.
Y'all, I am freaking out right now. There's a lot of unexplained things going on in the ocean right now. Hold on real quick. I do not trust them. Just watch this real quick for me.
You get to Mars by going through the ocean. You can't get to the bottom of the ocean because outer space is the ocean.
Now what she just said just blew my mind. Now there's a situation called the firmament. So we know that water is all around us. And it is said that this dome divided the sea into upper and lower sections. You can't cancel this out because they still haven't discovered 80% of the sea. Early civilizations believed that the ocean and the stars above were linked. I mean, just look. Mayan, Norse, Hindu, Hebrew, all of them. Now we already know what spacesuits look like, but they look exactly like sea suits. I know once in your life you've heard of the Bermuda Triangle. Planes and people going missing in the ocean. There are black holes in the ocean. And I just know once in your life you've heard about sea monsters. When you see a comet, it looks like a boat soaring through water. What if these unexplained species in the ocean are actually aliens? If y'all have ever watched this movie Underwater, they went too deep and found the creature that don't even look like it's supposed to be from this earth. Or could it have just been a creature from space? Now you can say what you want, but I bet you we are not the only beings, only species, only creatures that are in this universe. It's just ironic that when they return to Earth, they're on water. I mean, I know I'm not tripping. And I know y'all heard of mermaids. So many unexplained things in the ocean. They're making more discoveries in space. Not really putting too much money or caring about what's going on the planet. Why? Because this sea stuff might have a lot of connections to space. And they not telling us. Y'all be safe, and I know I'm not the only person.
I think there's some actual merit to this. It's definitely because remember that video we watched where the guy took the ancient alien guy went in the ocean and found a pond in the ocean, like
water inside of water.
Yes, there's some merit to what she's saying right there.
The scariest conspiracy theories.
How's there water inside of water?
Historians and researchers believe that Atlantis was a real place, a highly advanced society with impressive technology and culture. The ancient Greek philosopher Plato wrote about Atlantis in his dialogues, describing it as a powerful kingdom that existed around 9,000 years before his time. According to the legend, the city was situated on an island in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean and was destroyed by natural disasters and catastrophes. There have been numerous archaeological discoveries and ancient texts that suggest the existence of a lost civilization with advanced knowledge of mathematics, astronomy, and engineering. Some of these artifacts date back to the same period when Atlantis was said to have flourished. There is also many geographic and geological features that could match the description of Atlantis in Plato's account. So what do you think?
The scariest conspiracy theories.
This is the ultimate conspiracy theory, according to Joe Rogan.
If you're a conspiracy theorist, this is the real conspiracy. The conspiracy is, have as many social problems as possible that people get distracted by, that people concentrate on, whether it's a pandemic, whether it's masks, vaccines, pride, trans movement, sponsor drag shows for kids if you want people to get mad and want people to get distracted.
Right.
Sponsor
Let them
that.
focus on that.
Get people to think that it's a good idea to do that, and watch the outrage. Get people to think that the oceans are going to be boiling in 5 years.
Right.
Get people to think that if we don't change, like that was one of the things that Greta Thunberg said 5 years ago, that we'll all be dead.
It looks good.
Okay,
5 years?
Well, it's 5 years later, and we're not all dead. So you definitely are wrong, and you're 16. So why are they flying you out to Ukraine? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
So there's so many of these fucking social distractions that are in our face all day long about everything. And I feel like sometimes that's what I feel like about Supreme Court rulings. We're going to take away Roe v. Wade. And everyone's like, what the fuck? What?
Yeah.
What? And that's another one.
Yeah.
And then that one becomes a thing that people identify as the most important problem that they have to solve. And while all this is going on, money's getting moved around, decisions are getting made.
Yeah.
And it's a brilliant cover for wild shit.
Yeah, because all you have to do ever really is follow the money on anything.
Yeah.
And you see what's actually happening, and everything else is a distraction.
So if you're feeling played right now, you should be, because division is...
Guys, let us know if you really like it.
Let me
We'll
know your
make
thoughts
the
in the
next one
comments
longer
below.
if you
Feel
do
free to
like
give me
it.
a
Or
follow up
shorter,
for content.
or give us ideas on what to watch, what you guys like.
The darkest conspiracy theories. The Teletubbies theory. The theory says that the show is inspired by historic events that happened in a Bulgarian mental facility. Each Teletubby is inspired by a kid that was experimented on. Lola was based on a child who had facial discovered frostbite.
In the world that will seriously change your life. This shows all the conspiracy theories in the world, from the most well-known to the darkest of the dark, that will literally change your life. Most of you already know by now, but if you're new here, in this series we're going from the top to the bottom. Today, guys, this is a banger. You won't see life the same, you won't see kids the same, and you probably won't be able to sleep for a long time. So, let's go. This is rebirth theory. Probably the biggest theory out there is what happens when you die. One theory for it, believable, and will have you thinking for a long time. For a lot of people who have died and come back to life, people describe the light at the end of the tunnel. So, this links into reincarnation theory as well, actually. What if that light at the end of the tunnel is actually the hospital light? Stay with me, hear me out. It's actually you being born. What do babies do when they come out? They cry. They cry and they scream. So what if the reason you cry and you scream and you come out is because you remember everything that just happened? You remember just dying. You remember seeing the light at the end of the tunnel and now suddenly being alive again, and you know exactly what happens after death, but you can't talk. You can't tell anyone. You're still a baby now. Then what if slowly as you grow up, the memories fade away and you forget everything? We may have all lived tons of lives. We may have been reborn hundreds and hundreds of times, but we won't remember, ever. Only for that faint few seconds when you first born.
We will do this,
So yeah, that follow button is going to get you.
Watch how something...
Let's just do like 2 or 3 more and then cut it.
What's wrong with this?
I don't know, just go to the next one. If it'll let you.
For whoever is in here and like records lives and shit.
That's Doja Cat.
Oh, you know what? Actually, it doesn't matter. I can just save this, hopefully. I just 4 times I just recorded like a whole video that like of me like trying to just like explain what's going on and like kind of clear up everything. I hate to do this live because I can't, like, I've tried everything.
You're not even ready to imagine the craziness we're in right now. Antarctica is the most mysterious continent in the world. A new theory is so crazy that it could completely change your perception of the Earth. According to this theory, Antarctica is not just a massive ice continent, but rather an enormous ice wall that surrounds all the continents. In 1992, a new world map was created, the Gleason map.
What? That's crazy.
I've never seen that bitch's eyes do that.
I ain't either.
believe in almost every single one of the conspiracy theories.
All about the ones that are...
Tell me one.
What's a conspiracy theory that you 1000% believe in?
Finland doesn't.
All conspiracy theories are facts that haven't been, they're unsubstantiated or they can't be proven. But they're basically, it doesn't mean they're not real, it just means you can't prove it. There's a lot of stuff that you can't prove, like, there's a lot.
Doesn't exist. I don't just mean that the country isn't a thing. There's no landmass, it's just more of the Baltic Sea.
But Dylan, I've been to Finland before. No, you haven't. You've been to eastern Sweden. What about all the people who claim to be citizens of Finland? Also part of eastern Sweden. They're just told they're from Finland. What possible reason could the deep state have for hiding a section of the Baltic Sea? Fish, that's what.
See, around the time of the Cold War, the Japanese were getting into some pretty hot water with the environmental impact of their fishing. So they make a treaty with Russia where they can fish with zero repercussions in.
Or is it a globe? Or are we in a dimension? I want to know that. I want to know what people say about that.
I don't know. I don't think it's whatever the mainstream is saying that it is, isn't what it is. They lie about every single thing, everything.
Anything to fit their narrative.
Finland. Meanwhile, the Trans-Siberian Railroad, which takes things all the way across Russia over to Japan, by the way, is constructed and stops right about here.
Oh, but people are gonna notice that they're just transporting insane amounts of fish.
And then you want me to say where I feel about that one too?
Yes. Alright, this is my TikTok views. This is the one, right on top.
This one's Fortnite?
No, it's not Fortnite.
Which one is it?
This one. Load up.
Well, if it's already on there, then.
Hello, fortnitebug here to try to deliver honest and thought out wake you up material. I'm new at this, but don't let that slow you down on liking and following me. I'm pretty new at my sobriety, but I've done a lot so far to better mine and my family's life. So I think I'll stay sober, at least for today. I'm registering for classes at Ivy Tech on the 23rd to start school for video editing. This video editing and content creation is what I want to make my full-time career. So please like and follow. Back to my video, I'm writing about the Halloween when COVID was at its peak. My wife and I took our daughter to what we thought was the richer part of town. We thought we was going to be there no longer than 45 minutes. That wasn't the case though. The people had different clever little ways of delivering the candy to the children, so we ended up staying much longer. So I was completely wiped out by the time we made it home. We all were. So my wife got my daughter ready for bed the minute we walked through the door. Got started with our usual routine. We let her sit in our room and watch TV with us until she's getting ready to fall asleep. Then we put her in her room. Wasn't that case this night? We all were so exhausted we just ended up falling asleep all in our room. I have always had sleep paralysis, like severely. Sometimes more than once a night. I have taught myself that since I can't say anything or move, that I just change my breathing, like breathing faster to get my wife's attention so she can wake me up. To my horror, no one was coming to wake me up this night, 'cause she had already fallen asleep. So I thought to myself, just breathe through it. Just breathe through it, and you will be okay. You will be okay. Then something incredible happened. I entered a tunnel, a vibrating tunnel that sounded like what a CD that's skipping sounds like. Then out of the tunnel, I began to fly and was light as air. It was incredible. Like a whole body best feeling ever. I think it was because of the mood that I was in. The positive happy mood because I had such a wonderful night with my family. It just made my vibration take me to a good place. The next day when I woke, I was so happy. I couldn't wait to let my wife know that my dreaded sleep paralysis actually took me on an unforgettable journey. That is literally impossible to describe in a way that conveys what it actually felt like. So the day continued and my car ended up breaking down and my wife and I were arguing throughout the day. So my mood and vibrations were not so good. But I had no idea that that had anything to do with the astral projection at that point. So whenever bedtime came, I was excited to try it again if I was to even enter sleep paralysis this night. But it did end up happening and I had no idea that my vibrations were going to change the outcome of the astral projection. So I told my wife to not wake me if it did start to happen. So just like the night before it started, it takes a lot of mind control to not panic and wake yourself or fall asleep. But my vibrations were low. I had a bad day, and when it happened I didn't end up going down a tunnel. Instead I was in a dreaded, kind of stuck place. That was in this dimension that we are in now. Like I could see myself and my wife. It wasn't like before, it was like I had died or something. Or I was doing something wrong. So stuck is the only way I can describe it. So I went over to my daughter's room slowly because it was hard to move in this creepy, gloomy, stuck place. And to my horror I could see where my daughter was supposed to be, lead an ancient-looking leathery doll. That was aware. It felt like an electric shock when the doll's eyes opened and looked right at me. I woke up screaming. Woke every person in the house. I was petrified to learn that stuck place I was in, here in this dimension, is hell. So what I think is, that love and happiness makes vibrations that make you lighter. Sleep paralysis is a gift but can only be used if you're in a good place. Like a good place in your mood, like positive vibrations and love. I think that stuck place is a transitional place for your soul. That if your vibrations are low when you pass, that you will end up there. So let me know in the comments what you think about this. And please like and follow. This is definitely what I want to make my new life. My new sober life. So if you've learned anything or got anything out of this clip, like what Mr. Ballin says, please like and follow. I'm probably going to film my wife reading this because I'm a stuttering reader. Just know I've put a lot of myself into this. I love you all.
No, I did you too. I let you do too.
Yeah.
But, so what do you think about this?
I think you should let your real wife read it.
I still got those clips where you read it.
What do you mean what I think about it?
But I think we're going to end it there. Peace and love and power to the people.
And should we do a whole video on about this day or what happens to him at night?
Yeah, let us know.
Astral projection thing and my point of view.
And let us know if anybody else, if any of you have sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
And
if you guys have somebody to
because
you up and stuff too.
I can give you a hint, give you a tip on sleep paralysis. Since you can't move or talk or anything, breathe like that. Especially if you got somebody, if somebody is close enough.